Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and negative double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of the great millstone who teach and who rule well, peace, blessings, and safety. To all you sincere Akim, keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of whether people are here or whether they forbear. All right, so this was some news from today. All right, people in the Middle East, or which is really Western Asia and Northern Africa, are now getting more and more heated with Babylon the Great. All right, with America, and what they're beginning to do is pretty much, as you see here in this video, it says tonight the Iraqis are attacking and destroying American companies like KFC throughout Baghdad. All right, so they are showing their increasing hostility for America and Americans. Okay, and the whole world is sick of Esau's nonsense, man. All right, and I made a video on this last week. All right, the whole world is sick of Esau and the things that he's pushing. All right, and what they're doing, over there with the Palestinians. All right. So I'm just going to play these clips, and then, as always, I'm going to bring out some scriptures, and Lord's will is edifying to the elect. All right, so I'm going to start off with the first clip. There's two here. All right, so that's the first clip, and play the second one. Okay, all right, so you see they're smashing out all the windows and everything, and hey man, like I said, this has been bubbling up for a long time, but that hostility is increasing more and more each and every single day. And see, the thing about it is that it's crazy because we're here in Babylon the Great, and no one is paying attention to anything that's going on in the world. Everybody's just taking it day by day, willy nilly, party, circus, and bread. All right, they're not paying attention to what's going on worldwide. Okay, right now what's happening is that, pretty much, as I said before, the nations are getting increasingly angry with the Western powers, man. All right. And personally, I believe that we're already in a Cold War with the Eastern powers, man. World War III has really already started. It just hasn't became physical. Right now, it's a Cold War. Okay. They're attacking the U.S. dollar. All right. They've invaded our borders already. All right. China is buying up farmland all over the United States, okay? Because if they control our farmland, then what do they control? They control our food supply. And that means that they can cut us off at any time and create a famine, okay? And this is in the scriptures. But once again, certain things have to take place first. And, this video, though, as I said before, this just shows the increasing hostility between the other nations of the world and Babylon the Great, okay, and the ones who are running it, Esau. Okay, so as always, I'm going to bring out some scriptures, and Lord's will is edifying. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. All right, and I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am approved. Okay, so we're standing upon the watch. Meaning we're paying attention to what's going on. We're diligently measuring the time, seeing what's going on in the world. All right, and we're up on that high tower. Okay, that tower. When the watchman was set. Okay, when he saw the enemy coming, he saw the sword coming. All right. Then what he did, he blew the trumpet. All right. So what we're watching, we're being observant of what's going on in the world and lining it up with biblical prophecy, and then feeding you with what the scriptures say is going to happen. All right. So that you're equipped to know how to handle the times that we're coming into, because it tells you in Isaiah 33:6 that knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times and the strength of thy salvation. See, the rest of the world, even right now, they see what's bubbling up with the quote unquote Middle East, all right, and they have no clue that all these things are in the Bible and that it's the will of the Lord. Okay, if you're of the hopeful elect, you ought to be jumping for joy every time you see something happen that increases tension between America and the Eastern nations. All right, you should be excited for this. This is a good thing, because once all this stuff sparks, once all these things pop off, then that means our salvation draws nigh. Okay. Now, of course, there's things that have to happen before, before that salvation. Okay, like we got the famine of the word. All right, the mark of the beast. All right, has to be implemented. Okay, civil war in Babylon the Great. All these a lot of stuff has to happen first. All right, but those of us that are on watch, all right, we see that the stage is being set. Okay, so you want to keep yourself updated on what's going on. All right. Verse 2, it says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it." Okay, so Habakkuk, he wrote the vision down, right? And now, all right, we are the ones that are breaking it down for you and making it plain upon tables. Okay, so that those who have ears to hear and eyes to see, okay, that you can, that you may run, that the one who reads it may run. All right, meaning that you're going to take joy in these prophecies, okay? Because these prophecies give us hope. For those that are of the hopeful elect, these prophecies, this is the secret place of the Lord. It's a sanctuary, a place of safety. All right, we get excited when we hear these things, because we know that means the Lord is coming soon. And also, not only that, but he's fulfilling his word. Okay, everything is happening exactly the way that he says it's going to happen. All right, so it's a beautiful thing. So we make it plain, we break it down for you so that you can understand. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." So, the vision is for an appointed time, all right? Meaning that, the Lord, he's already set the bounds and everything of how long Esau is going to be in rulership, when World War III is going to come, when the Lord is going to come. But, we don't know. We don't know the day nor the hour. All we can do is just watch, okay? But he's reassuring you, best believe these things are going to happen. And as I said, everything must happen decently and in order, okay? Let's get this right quick. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, at verse 37. I'm going to get it in the Good News Translation. Okay. 2nd Ezra 4, and hang on, Salakia, bear with me. 2nd Ezra 4 and 37 is what I'm looking for. Okay. It says, "For the Most High," all right, it says, for the Most High has weighed this age, measured the years, and numbered the days. Nothing will be changed until time has run its predetermined course. Okay, so everything is at a predetermined course. Everything is going to happen at the time that the Lord has predestined it to happen. Okay, but for those that are his servants of Yahweh Shem Shai, okay, what has he done? He's given us signs so that we know, pretty much he's given us the script. Okay, as a matter of fact, let's get a scripture on that right quick. Hang on, bear with me. Oh, I think it's Matthew 25, maybe. Let me see. So, like, you bear with me. Okay, the Lord, he's telling us what's going to happen. All right, let me see. Salakia. Hang on. Let me find it this way. My bad. Dang. Okay, this is what I was looking for. All right, John 15 and verse 15, it says, "Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father have I made known unto you." Okay, so, if we're the true friends of the Lord, then he has revealed unto us what his Father, what the Heavenly Father is getting ready to do, what his plans are. Okay, so we take hope, and when we see these things happen the way that the Bible says it's going to happen. Okay, and what does it say? It's going to say that Esau is going to be destroyed and chased out of the world. All right, and Lord's will, this is the beginning of it. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4, it says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." Okay, so who's that soul that's lifted up? That's Esau Edom. All right, because the Lord has set him on a pedestal for a period of time so that he could rule over the earth in wickedness. And the Lord is going to show his glory and his power by taking Esau down the same way that he did with ancient Egypt. But this time it's going to be even more miraculous, even greater. All right. It says, "Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine." All right. He transgresseth, and wine represents like philosophies, ideologies, doctrines. All right. It says, "Because he transgresseth by wine, he pushes his poison all over the world. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home." All right. So he's proud and he doesn't keep at home. He's always constantly in other countries getting in their business. All right. Causing problems in their countries. "Who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people." And every Edomite nation, you got, all the nations are pretty much in there together, one big melting pot, as they like to say. It says, "Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his." All right. "How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay." So all the people, okay, there now it's popular to rag on the so-called white man, okay, because of all the things they've done in the past. Man, their history is full of blood, full of treachery. Okay, let's go here. I think this is the one I'm looking for. The Book of Sirach, chapter 43. Maybe what it is actually. Let me see. Maybe it's 41. Okay. Yep. Sirach chapter 41 and verse, let's see. I start at verse 6. It says, "The inheritance of sinners children shall perish." Right? Esau, it tells you in Malachi the first chapter that his inheritance, it's like his heritage was laid waste for the dragons, meaning the Lord's going to destroy it. He's going to burn it up. He's going to turn Babylon the Great into a big desert. All right. "The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have perpetual reproach." All right. Let me get the definition of that word posterity. Posterity, it says all future generations of people. Okay, so all of Esau's future generations shall have a perpetual reproach, meaning that they're always going to be hated. Okay, people, that's pretty much how it is in the world, and it's getting like that more and more each and every single day because, they're really showing their horns. All right, and people are starting to look back and be like, dang, like this man, all right, this nation of people is the cancer of the earth. All right, like look at what all the blood they've shed worldwide. They're destroying the water by throwing garbage all in the ocean. They're destroying the air with their chemtrails and all this stuff. They're trying to put a chip inside of everybody. Okay, so the whole world is looking at them, right? And they're like, man, this dude is the devil, especially the elites, right? The elite banking families. But, all of Edom, all the Edomites, man. Okay. It's very popular right now to rag on the so-called white man. Okay, it says, "Their children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake." All right, so their children, okay, which they're the children of the slave masters and all that stuff like that, which through reincarnation, they literally are those people. They just don't remember. All right, they're being reproached, okay, because of the sins of their fathers, man. And what are they trying to do? They're trying to appease the poor now. At this point, now they're trying to, you know, like make peace with it all, but it's too late for that. This is Job 20:10. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hand shall restore their goods. Okay, so they try to um, act like it's all good and try to be buddy buddy and all that. Some of them do, and then others they just flat out like we don't give a damn. We're gonna others of them they speak proudly about history and like I've heard Edomite say stuff like, well, I guess the superior people won, yada yada blah, stuff like that. But it is what it is. It's all good. Because like I said, see, the Lord is raising up against them, and they don't even realize it yet. Habakkuk 2, all right, at verse 6 again. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, and that thick clay represents debt. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them. All right. So the people are rising up against them. Okay. But like I said, it hasn't came to American soil yet. So, Edomites and Babylonians, when I say Babylonians, I'm speaking of Americans, right? They haven't realized that the world is preparing for war against them. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. All right. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Okay. It says, thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. Okay. So the whole world is, they have consulted shame to themselves amongst the nations of the world, man. All right. Let's get another precept on that. It says, let's get this Jeremiah 49. And let me see. All right, Jeremiah 49, and I'm gonna start at verse Jeremiah 49 and verse 12. It says, for thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And that's us, Jacob. Originally, we were created to be, the rulers of this world. All right. But we drank of the cup of the Lord's anger because of our disobedience. It says, art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? It's a question. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. See, so the Lord bad like that. He asked them a question and then answered it himself. He said, do you really believe that you're going to go unpunished for all the things you've done on the earth? It said, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Of what? The cup of my wrath, the cup of slavery, all right, captivity, all right, all the things that you dished out. It says you're going to receive double for that. Okay. Jeremiah 49:13, it says, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Bozrah shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. Let's go to the blue letter, and we'll get what Bozrah is. Okay, Bozrah is the chief city of Esau. So today, all right, this is spiritual Bozrah, because this is the chief nation that Esau dwells in. All right. Let's see what it says. Okay, a place in Edom. It says a town in Edom. Okay, sheepfold or fortress. All right, I guess that's the meaning of the word. But so Bozrah represents, it's just another word for Esau. All right, this is their old chief city. So the Lord said, I have sworn to make Bozrah a desolation. Okay, it says, continuing on, I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. So the Lord, okay, he's the one that is gathering the nations up to rise against who? The daughter of Babylon, Esau, Edom, against them in battle. It says, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. See, so that's that reproach that we read about in Sirach 41. Okay, that the children shall complain of an ungodly father. Okay, so now they're despised among men. Thy terribleness hath deceived thee in the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Okay, because they're known as the cave people. All right, they cavemen. Or they dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. All right, and the hill is a code word for a small government. All right, but they hold us the height of the hill. All right, they're the top. They're very small. Group of people. I'm talking about the elites here, but they hold the pretty much most of the world's wealth, all the world's wealth for the most part, and they're the ones that are really pushing the pieces around. It says, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. And Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Okay? So the Lord is going to make it a desolation. It says, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. So he said, I'm going to the same plague I brought, fire and brimstone. I'm gonna lay that down on your chief nation, on Basra. Okay, Edom is gonna be a desolation. I'm gonna burn it up just like I did Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, and how is he gonna do that? By way of the ICBM nuclear missiles, man. Okay, let's get a few more scriptures and I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up. Okay, let's get Job 18 and I'll close out with that. All right. So Job chapter 18 and verse 5. It says, yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. Okay, and we already seeing that, man. All right, we already seeing that. His own counsel shall cast him down. All right, this World War III is going to be headed by Esau against Esau. It's going to be the Russians. They're the main ones, Gog and Magog, all right, that are spearheading the operation to take down Babylon the Great, man. All right, and they're going to effectively end their own rulership. Okay, it says, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. Okay, so he's planned all these different things to try to depopulate the earth and all this other stuff that they always talking about doing. All right, but he's only going to end his own rulership. It says, the jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. So it's just waiting, and he can't escape it. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. And this is Yahushua. He was that firstborn of death. Okay. It says, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Okay. That's Yahweh. Okay. He's going to bring him to the king of terrors. That's who he's going up against. He's going up against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. Look at this. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. That's what I said earlier. All right. Fire and brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. Esau, his whole kingdom is going to be destroyed by his own hands. Okay. The so-called white man was the one that created the ICBM, the nuclear missiles, right? And that's exactly the weapon that the Lord is going to be used to destroy his kingdom. It says, his root shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven out from light into darkness, and chased out of the world. Woo! It's fire right there. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. All right? He's going to be completely cut off by the sword, and that's thus saith the book of Obadiah. But anyways, I'm going to close out with that. Lord's will is edifying. All praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahushai, B'Hashem Rakakwadash. Until next time, Shalom.